Hey everybody, this is Roger with Roger's Reviews, and I bought another saw, MS 311. I kind of bought it because it was the only one left, and I bought a 391 earlier. I really liked it, and this one got blown up. Somebody forgot to put gas or oil in the gas, and nobody admitted to it, but I wanted to get something equivalent. I already have one of those, and so I figured I would get next step down or something close to it, because it has pretty much the same horsepower and weight ratio and everything like that, and it is extended use saw. We needed an additional bigger saw. I stopped using the 250s, so we either use the top handles pull saw or something like this equivalent or bigger. So I do have another Stihl that I really like. It's the 650 Magnum, but I'm having some issues with the change tensioner. I need to get new parts. This is the tool of choice. I usually use this 193T or a 194T. These are the ones I use most of the time, and one of these two saws, either small pull saw, and I always use the big bar on each one, the 16-inch bar, and or this extended pull saw right here. So this is the, let me see, I try to get the bigger engines too if I can. This is the HT 132, and what's this one here? HT 131. So, but I try to, whoops, those are pretty much the saws we use a lot. I used to use the Huskies a lot. Got a Rancher, and you can tell 345 has been through a lot of use. All our bars and stuff, these are the older ones. But I'm trying to get newer equipment. I did buy two of these backpack blowers. They've been working pretty well for us. The 800C, BR800C. I got two of those. I've been using them for about a year and a half. They work well. So I'm trying to get it down to where we only use top handles, pull saws, and big saws. Stihl exclusively, and we use a few electric blowers, and I do still use these Greenworks 80-volt blowers. I love the hedge trimmers. Awesome hedge trimmers. If you guys don't have a pair of hedge trimmers, you want to try some electric ones, these are awesome. Battery lasts a long time. You'll wear out before the battery does. These saws aren't bad. Just need a little more battery life, need a few more batteries, but for small jobs we use those. But highly recommend those as well. And we got the old Echo back there. We still use it, still runs good, but I wanted to have something with a little more power, so we didn't have to rake as much. So I'm probably going to end up getting a big Echo pretty soon, because it has a little bit more power, a little more less rake up to do when you have a bigger blower. But anyway, back to the 311. This is semi-commercial saw. We're going to put it to use today. You get an owner's manual, and of course it's really similar to 391. As you can see, they keep it in the same package. You get a wrench, and you get a small tool to adjust the carburetor. You can still do that on these bigger saws. You can see here, they don't have that. Hopefully you don't need the special tool. You got a decompression switch, same stop and choke. I haven't used this yet. They fired it up for me. The chop, got to put some fuel in it, put some bar oil in it, and we'll be ready to go. I put a little bit in there to run it. And I always try to use this high performance Stihl oil, either the gray or the orange. Try to use nothing but, and try to use fresh gas every time. So all right, without further ado, we're going to go outside, fill this thing up, cut some wood, and let you know how it works.
Alright, I'm Josh with Tree Life here. We're doing a review here with the Stihl the MS311. This thing was about maybe, I think we got it at Ace Hardware for like 530 bucks,
yeah,
something like that. So 530 bucks. We also use the 391. So, but actually, believe it or not, I think this uses about the same
CCs.
So,
yeah.
Anyways, this thing is awesome. I mean, it's like effortless, man. Cuts like butter. It starts up right away. Haven't had a problem with it yet. I think it's top of the line. So
how would you compare it to the other saw, the 391?
It's just about the same thing. It doesn't have as much power. A lot of people say the 391 doesn't have much power, but I think that, you know, they do just the same job as other ones. But yeah, it's just up there with the 391. Maybe it has a little bit less, just a little bit less power. That's about it. Other than that, it's the perfect saw for the money. You know, you're not busting out $700-800 for the saw. So this is
awesome.
Something you want to get. So if anybody out there wants a review here with the MS311, this is the perfect saw to go get it. It's like 530 bucks for like the local hardware store or something like that. Ace Hardware. Try it, knock it out.
Comes with a 20-inch bar, which will cut up about 90% of what you're doing. Some of these logs are a little bit big, but we still got it done. And we have the 391 with the 24-inch bar. Yeah. So it can still get it done.
Yeah.
Awesome.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Awesome. Thank you. All right, here we go. Brand new saw, MS311. Just put fresh gas in it, fresh oil. Just got it from the hardware store yesterday. saw. I've owned about every saw there is from Stihl, and pound for pound, dollar for dollar, 311, 391, I think gives you the most bang for your buck. I've had the pro saws, I've had the 650, 660 Magnums, cost me 1,500 bucks. Used the 880, used the big Huskies, 3120s. They're just, when you're doing firewood, you want something big enough to cut the wood, but not big enough to wear you out. So we've been using these exclusively, the 311 and the 391s, and bang for dollar, bang for buck. They're like 530 bucks for the 311. I think what it was at like a little bit more, 560 or something.
Yeah,
for the
around there.
391, and you can put a 36-inch bar on these. I mean, it bogs them down a little bit, but 9 times out of 10, you're going to be using either a 28-inch or a 32. We hardly ever use a 36. So, but I recommend this little saw, man, for the money. Can't beat it. So buy one, cut you up some firewood.